3 men are charged in connection with an NIU student's death. But students are using art to celebrate the life he lived. And Huskies football is moving on with a new quarterback. And he's here with us. NTC News Tonight starts right now.
You're watching NTC News, DeKalb County's only television news source, on the campus of Northern Illinois University and from the Northern Television Center. This is NTC News Tonight.
3 men are facing criminal charges in the LSD-related death of an NIU student. Good evening. I'm Aaron Berogan. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Stoney Royce. Sophomore geology major Timmy Okadina jumped from an 11-story window in Stevenson Hall at the end of September. Now, 2 NIU students and an Aurora man have been arrested and accused of supplying Okadina with the LSD that he took just before he jumped from a dormitory window. 19-year-old Thomas Quirk turned himself into police Friday. We're told he was never a student here at NIU, but the 2 others are. 20-year-old Michael Keelhack was arrested here on campus Friday. He's been released on $5,000 cash bond. 19-year-old Michael Montgomery was arrested at his home in Naperville. He has withdrawn from the university. Montgomery was on NIU's co-ed cheerleading team. He's expected in court on December 10th. Keelhack and Quirk are due back in court on Friday.
And the sting of Okadina's death is still being felt across campus, especially with these new developments in this case.
But one way NIU students are coping is by using his art to honor their friend. Reporter Darius Parker takes us to the Okadina Art Show, where students celebrate Timmy Okadina's life.
Beloved NIU student Timmy Okadina's memory was honored in Stevenson Hall's multi-purpose classroom. Friends and classmates have come together to showcase Okadina's artwork to the campus. And while refreshments were light, the love and appreciation for Okadina was plentiful. Reports say on September 26, Timmy Okadina fell out of a window at Stevenson Towers, falling 11 floors to his death.
We miss you, Timmy.
The colorful and vibrant art of Okadina seemed to match who he was as a person, and according to friends, his love for people and art meant a lot to them.
Talking to Timmy, even knowing him last year, art was one of his biggest passions, and he put a lot of heart into all the work that he did. And what amazed me about the art he did is that he just gave it away for free. And I've never seen someone be so excited to be asked to make a painting. Usually people get annoyed or things like that when they're asked for favors, but he would light up $1 million if you would ask him for his work. And when he would go into people's rooms and see their work on the wall, I've never seen him smile bigger than that.
In addition to the artwork on the walls, there was a slideshow of his creative expressions for the attendees of the art show to view as well.
And it was weird not seeing him around. I don't want to say you really get used to it, because I don't think it's something that you get used to, but as time goes by, it really does, I do think, heal wounds a little bit.
Just looking at his art, it just really shows you the person that he was and how passionate he was.
Students were able to write well wishes or memories on the poster at the show to deal with the loss of Okadina. However, officials say they do plan to ensure this incident won't happen again.
You know, the loss of Timmy is a horrible thing, no matter what the circumstances of the death were. Anytime you lose a young life like that, it's a tragedy. So we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Students have all come together to celebrate the legacy of Okadina and have also mentioned that time does heal wounds. For NTC News, I'm Darius Parker.
Thanks, Darius. What a great way for students to focus on Timmy's achievements.
NIU is spending over $300,000 on the Stevens building just to prevent further damages. The university is trying to prevent $1 million in damages that could happen over the winter months because of the halted construction. State-funded construction for the Stevens building started last year. It was put on hold in July because of the Illinois budget impasse.
As if dealing with the Illinois budget impasse isn't enough, NIU may have to start paying more for water. The City Council will decide tonight whether they will approve a water repair plan totaling over $13 million. The plan would fix the water supply well, improve water treatment, replace the water main, and recoat the water tower. but the water bill would increase almost $16,000 by 2016 and then an additional 4.5% by 2024.
Bookworms, be sure to get all your reading done while you can because the DeKalb Public Library is open only for a couple more weeks. The library will be closed next month for renovation. According to the DeKalb Public Library, it will reopen with a brand new edition in January. The library's website will remain fully functional and you will still be able to rent ebooks online.
Sheriff Citizen Police Academy is showing people what it's really like to be a police officer. They're accepting applications from people to learn about the criminal justice system in DeKalb County. People who get accepted will learn about things like arrest procedures, criminal law investigations, and domestic violence. Applicants must be at least 21 years old and live or work in DeKalb County.
Summer school may be a way for students to escape the heat here in DeKalb School District. School district officials say they might install air conditioning systems at Jefferson and Founder Elementary Schools and Huntley Middle School. They are still developing specific plans for the project. They say the air conditioning system would cost over $2 million.
And this nice weather is almost too good to be true.
Yeah, every time we get cold day, I think winter is coming, but then it heats up again. Emery Dhanens is at our weather station now.
It's a beautiful fall day out here today, and although temperatures are much cooler than they were last week, it still feels great out here with all this sunshine. For Tuesday, we'll see similar conditions across the northern Illinois area with temperatures in the mid to upper 50s with plenty of sunshine. To hear about a chance for some showers later this week, stay with us. You're watching NTC News Tonight.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
she doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying these cooler fall temperatures that we've seen today. Lots cooler than last week, but still very nice out there, especially with all that sunshine. Today we reached a high of about 54 degrees, which is more towards normal than we've seen for a while. And then tonight we'll be expecting an overnight low of about 33 degrees. And if you were outside at all today, you saw those beautiful, clear, sunny skies. Not very windy, felt great out there, a nice fall day. Definitely needed a jacket since we're getting into those 50-degree temperatures, but it was still very nice out. And the reason we had all this sunshine is because we have this high pressure center situated relatively over our area, which is keeping us sunny and dry today. But what we want to pay attention to is this low to the west of us that'll move to the northeast as we go into Tuesday, which will leave behind some snow over here. And as we go into Wednesday, this low will continue to move off to the northeast, and Wednesday into Thursday, we'll see a chance for some storms, and then this cold front will come through, bringing cooler temperatures on Thursday. Now let's take it back to tonight, where we'll see mostly clear conditions with an overnight low of 33 degrees. Pretty chilly out there. Might want to wake up early tomorrow because you may have to scrape off that frost from your windshield. But as we go into the day on Tuesday tomorrow, we will see sunny conditions with a high about 56 degrees. Should be pretty nice out there for Tuesday. Then going into Tuesday night, overnight low of about 38 degrees. Those winds picking up a little bit, 5 to 10 miles per hour, so it'll be a little bit chilly out there. Now let's take a look at our 5-day weather forecast. Again, for Tuesday, sunny with a high of 56. And as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, as that low and cold front comes through and passes through our area, we'll see a chance for storms Wednesday night and into Thursday, and those temperatures then will drop on Thursday, high of only about 49 on Thursday, and then we'll start to see that sun coming back out after that Friday looking a little chilly at this point, high of only about 44 degrees. As we go into Saturday, high of about 48, but at least we do see those sunny skies forecasted for Friday and Saturday. That's all for weather. Let's send it back to the desk.
Medical marijuana is finally here in Illinois.
And dozens are sick after bad cider at a fall festival. These are today's state lines.
The wait for legal medical marijuana in Illinois is over. Sales are authorized to begin today at 8 licensed dispensaries across the state. Approximately 3,300 patients with Illinois-issued ID cards will be able to buy medical cannabis. 25 dispensaries are expected to open by the end of the year.
Health officials in Western Illinois say the number of people with illnesses linked to apple cider has risen to 70. Health departments in Pike and Adams counties are investigating symptoms among people who drank cider during a fall festival last month. They're testing for E. coli and Cryptosporidium.
An old fire station, most recently used as a senior center in Rockford, is at a total loss after a fire this weekend. Rockford firefighters say the fire spread from the rear of the building through the attic. Investigators are looking into what may have caused the blaze.
The majority of Illinoisans who bought health insurance plans should expect to see their premiums go up next year. In some parts of the state, premiums are increasing by as much as 28%. Cook is the only county in which rates will drop next year. And those are today's state lines.
After protests and players' strike, the University of Missouri's president steps down.
And one person is dead after a shooting in Penn Station. Here's what's happening in today's World Watch.
The president of the University of Missouri has resigned following escalating protests over racist and other bias incidents on campus and how he had responded to the students' concerns. Tim Wolf announced this morning that he would step down immediately.
One person is dead and 2 others wounded following a shooting this morning near New York's Penn Station. New York City police say the 3 were shot in Manhattan. The wounded were taken to an area hospital in serious condition. Police are searching for a vehicle in connection with the shooting.
President Obama and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meet today at the White House. The two are expected to discuss American military aid to Israel, the nearly 2-month wave of violence between Palestinians and Israelis, and the ongoing crisis in Syria. Obama and Netanyahu also hope to ease tensions over the Iran nuclear deal.
And history is being made in Myanmar in what's hoped to be the freest election in a quarter century. This was the first election since the military junta relinquished power 4 years ago. The party's leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, is on course for a landslide victory, but it's unclear if that would be enough to deliver a majority in parliament. And that's today's World Watch.
Welcome to NTC Sports. I'm Ryan Mack. The Chicago Bulls and Minnesota Timberwolves battled it out over the weekend. Saturday's game went into overtime, but in the end was not favorable for Chicago. Let's take a look. We go to the second quarter. Timberwolves up by 3. Ricky Rubio alley-oops it, and Andrew Wiggins wigs out with a slam dunk on that one. Fourth quarter now, Bulls up by 3. Rose to Tony Snell. He takes a shot and buries the three-pointer. Timberwolves down now by 2. Ricky Rubio passes to Andrew Wiggins. He spins in the lane and finishes that one with a big slam to tie it up. Now 20 seconds left in the fourth. Mirotic with the ball. He misses, but Pau Gasol is there to tip it back in and send the game into overtime. But the Bulls would not score again. In overtime now, Bulls down by 3. Wiggins misses the lay-in, but Karl Anthony Towns is there with the offensive board, and that is the end. The Bulls lose this one in extra minutes, 102-93. Let's move over to the NHL, and the Chicago Blackhawks win against the Edmonton Oilers. Yesterday's game was much needed after a short 2-game losing streak for the Hawks. Let's see some of the highlights. 58 seconds into the game, Patrick Kane grabs the puck. He finds Artemi Panarin for the quick one-timer. Chicago now up by 1. Still in the first period, Panarin with it again. He brings it down the ice, shoots it with a nice wrister, puts it in the back of the net. Hawks now up 2-0. Third period, Oilers trying to make a comeback. Eberle grabs the rebound off the shot, and he forces the puck back into the net on that power play goal. But the Hawks would keep the win out of the Oilers' reach. Kane now grabs the loose puck and puts in a backhanded goal That will seal the deal as the Hawks walk away with the win, 4-2. Now let's move over to the Arkansas-Ole Miss game from Saturday for a last-minute miracle. This is today's play of the day. We're in overtime. Arkansas down by 7. It's 4th and 25. They need to convert this play to stay alive. Brandon Allen looks around. He throws to Hunter Henry, but he's being tackled. And up goes the football into the middle of the field. It's recovered by Arkansas's Alex Collins, who heads downfield. Collins sets up Arkansas with a first down, and Arkansas would take this game by 1 point. They take the win over Ole Miss, and Collins takes away today's play of the day. Well, the Huskies have a big game coming up. They have to win out if they want to go to the Mack championship, and if that's not enough pressure, their quarterback will make his first career start on Wednesday. Quarterback Drew Hare will miss the rest of the season after he injured his lower body in last week's game against Toledo. Let's take a look at what happened. Hare loses his footing after receiving the snap and suffers what we know to be an Achilles tear. He has to be helped off the field. That's when redshirt freshman Ryan Graham comes in at quarterback. Graham helped lead the Huskies to the win, making the team bowl eligible. Ryan Graham joins us now. So you're standing on the sideline and the coach says, Ryan, you need to go in the middle of the series. I'm sure you practice for anything, but that still seems like a lot of pressure. Did you ever get the chance to warm up before that, and how long did it take for you to get focused?
Yeah, I mean, I got luckily Drew was down for a little while, so I was able to warm up for a little bit. But, you know, I didn't really have time to be nervous. I just kind of went in there and got the job done, so it was fun.
Well, switching quarterbacks in the middle of the season could be a tough transition for any team. Has the team been supportive of you moving into this role?
Oh, yeah, they've rallied around me. You know, in the locker room, Kenny Galladay came up to me and he just really supported me and told me I was going to do a great job in there. And, you know, everybody else did the same thing, you know. They all rallied behind me, and we're going to have we got to finish the rest of the season with me, so it's going to be fun.
So we know the team travels to Buffalo on Wednesday. How are you preparing for your first start of your college career?
Yeah, well, luckily I'm preparing for it like every other game. You know, I had with Drew, I was able to see how he was preparing, and I prepared the same way he does. And so on Wednesday, it's just going to be I'm the one playing, so it's a little different mindset, but basically the same preparation.
So we know the Huskies have had some off-the-field challenges this season too. Several of the players came down with the mumps virus. Now, you all had to get boosters at the Convocation Center. Walk us through what happened with that.
Well, I mean, we just had guys dropping like flies out there. You know, it was interesting to see all the different cases people were having and everything. But luckily, I didn't get mumps, or Drew didn't get mumps, or any of the quarterbacks did. So, but guys are getting healed up now, so we're coming back from that.
That's a relief. Some of your family members played football at NIU, and some even went to play in the NFL. Would you say being a Husky is a family tradition?
Yeah, you know, it's been fun. You know, when I got the offer to come here, it was definitely something that I was thinking about at the time. You know, my dad went here, my uncle went here, but you know, kind of just how everything played out. You know, I wasn't going to come here no matter what, but it's kind of how it played out, so it was fun.
Well, the Huskies take on the Buffalo Bulls Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We'll give you some of the highlights from that game next week. We wish you the best of luck on Wednesday, Ryan. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Coming up, some of the critics say his performance was in the basement, but the ratings went through the roof. We'll explain.
So they say it's a man's world?
Anybody's name on it. While they were out doing their thing, we slowly changed all that. We changed all that. Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Thank you.
Some of the critics say his performance was weak, even boring.
But Donald Trump brought Saturday Night Live its highest overnight rating since 2012. The Republican presidential hopeful graced the NSL stage for a few laughs and even agreed to show off a few dance moves. But he vetoed some sketches in order to keep things a little more PC.
Well, I guess this is one way Donald Trump is trying to make America great again. Let's send it out to Emery for one last check at our weather.
This week, temperatures will be only in the 50s and 40s and overnight lows in the 30s. So it's definitely time to start bringing out those heavier jackets and coats to prepare for this cooler weather.
Thanks, Emery. NTC News Tonight is produced and directed by students here at Northern Illinois University. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll be back the same time Wednesday.
Goodbye.